we learned Toyota is delaying when it will reopen its plant in North Huntsville. It is now scheduled for May 11th instead of this coming Monday.
The car company put its plant through a complete redesign to create a new, safer working culture because of coronavirus.
Before it reopens, Toyota invited WAY 31 News anchor Pat Simon inside to get a look at its new normal.
At Toyota, Alabama, safe work is just part of their motto. And as I walked into one of 3 white tent entryways, I can clearly see their new push for improved safety right away. You can see all the safety signage right there. It awaits the return of the 1,400 employees. When employees return back to work, they'll stop here at one of these check stations at the entrance. They'll scan their questionnaire about symptoms. Then they'll get a temperature check. If they're showing symptoms, they'll move off and talk to medical staff and get further testing. If they're good to go, they'll receive a mask and report to work. On the inside of the plant, I toured the new workspace with Toyota officials, along with Mayors Tommy Battle and Paul Finley. And you can see masks on immediately. It's a requirement for all returning employees, and you can see the floor stickers right there just to make sure that you're maintaining your 6-foot social distancing.
You could seat 4 people at this table, but now we've got it marked to where there's only 2 people.
Now check out the dining area. Plexi shields made right here at Toyota and placed as barriers at tables and food areas just to provide that added protection against the spread of coronavirus. And there will be new staggered eating schedules just to keep people spread apart.
First group in sits in zone 1 and they eat, and then next group in sits at zone 2 when zone 1's done.
Next up,
this is a respirator that we 3D printed.
We were also shown how Toyota used these 3D printers and machines to crank out more than 12,000 face shields for local healthcare providers on the front lines and their own returning workers. They even made these respirator masks for local schools, and more can be made at a moment's notice. You're able to just, at the flip of a switch, continue this production, right?
Hopefully we don't have to, but if we do, definitely we're able to do that.
Our next stop, the assembly line. But before then, a quick assessment from Mayor Battle. Mayor, what do you think about the setup here, getting ready for the new normal?
You know, this is kind of the gold standard of the new normal, and what we have seen time and time again is that Toyota has led the charge and led how we set up the new industries of tomorrow.
Like installing these partition plexi shields draped down to protect employees from each other on the assembly line. It made you feel like you had to try extra hard just to communicate with each other. That's a challenge that Mayor Battle quickly picked up on.
We're all going to have to learn how to communicate a little bit different.
Mayor, you're 100% right. I mean, just when we greeted each other this morning, the natural instinct is to go and shake hands. How do you do?
Now
now we all have to change the way that we think.
That's something Toyota President David Finch told me will be part of immediate training for returning employees, their very first day back on the job.
Getting them used to the protocols, getting them used to all the changes, and to understand, what needs to be done to recondition themselves.
In a whole new working environment where leaders saw firsthand the best protection is in place, even if the worst is still ahead.
I think there's less opportunity for an outbreak because of what they've put in place. And I think, they've thought through almost every aspect of what they have to do on the line to continue to build engines, but they've also put the pieces in place that help separate their employees and keep them safe.
In Madison County, Pat Simon, WAY 31 News.